Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday. Happy Tribe Time night. Thank you for staying awake for our team call. Tonight we are going to have something a little bit different, a little bit fun, a lot of it. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
We're going to,
What's up?
oh, not Jackie. It's Jackie. Not your friend Jackie. So we're going to do a little bit of recognition like we usually like to kick it off with, and then we're going to have some of the ladies who were at Super Weekend share some of their takeaways from the weekend, which is so awesome. All right, so first we're going to do our recognition. All right. So we had someone advance to Emerald last week. So this is from Thursday up until now, basically. And then on Thursday, we'll do a brand new one kind of for the entire week. So up until this far, these are the amazing things that have happened within our tribe this week. So congratulations to Lexi, who officially hit Emerald on Thursday. So exciting. She, we kind of know her story already. She joined as a discount coach and then got that fire about like a couple weeks ago after finishing Transform 20, seeing the incredible results. She was like, I got to share this. What do I do? And so she joined, has helped, I think, 3 or 4 people so far, and also hit Emerald. So congratulations to Lexi. I'm trying to move this out of the way. I don't know how to do that, though. All right, so, oh, there we go. And then also for this week, as far as what's going on within the tribe, we had some ladies adding to their teams, which is amazing. Erin, Jacqueline, Lexi, Louise, congratulations for expanding the team. Team volume is up. Personal volume is up. Those are our leaders, as well as Success Club, so helping people with most likely the Morning Meltdown 100 total solutions. They have everything they need to rock this 100-day journey. So congratulations to everybody. We have, Tuesday, Wednesdays, 2 days plus those who aren't going to bed and maybe are putting in a little power 15, 20, 30. If you wait until after your kids go to bed, that's a majority how I built my business when he was like 2 months old. I started and I was like, that's all I have is like little teeny tiny pockets throughout the day. And then I would crush a little bit of work after they went to bed. Tonight, mommy has to go to sleep. So that is what is going on for the week. So we are going to have a few of the ladies share just a little bit about their first some of them, it was their first one, their experience with Super Weekend. So if you don't know what Super Weekend is, it's either on a Friday, a Saturday, or a Sunday, which is why it's not just called Super Saturday. It's called Super Weekend now because it depends where you are, what day it's going to be. So these are held all over the United States, Canada, UK, and it's a mini summit, basically. So summit, everybody flies into one central location, and we do exactly what we did here, but on a bigger scale. My computer froze? I froze it, I think. Is my computer frozen? I should have said that. Yeah, it's stuck on a picture. I don't know what you were expecting, but it's on the picture. So they're all over in all different places, and depending where you are, you go to it, you hear new announcements, you hear just things that are coming up release-wise. You get to work out. Normally it's with a master trainer, so someone who's trained to do one of the programs that we have live. But if you're lucky, you get to work out with one of the super trainers, and we got to do that over the weekend. We got to work out with Jericho, which was so fun. And we heard from Josh Spencer, and he is a top male coach, as well as Doug Moss, who's one of the corporate big guys up there in corporate. So I want to hear from some of the ladies, some of their takeaways. There were so many, and then we're going to have Alicia close us out and share just some of the tips of things that have been working really well for her. Same thing, she decided to go all into this business about a month ago, and it's a decision. We always talk about that. So once she decided, she went all in, and she's been doing some incredible things. God's been doing some incredible things through her and through her business, and so she's just going to share a little bit about what's been working really well for her. All right, so who wants to go first? Ooh, Kelly unmuted. Yeah, go girl.
I need to go first because I'll lose my nerve if I don't go first. So,
You're good.
Hello everyone. My name is Kelly. Those that don't know me, but I know everybody in here, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I was definitely moved by Josh as well as Jericho speaking. Both of them Josh really kind of got in my business, kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, because I am the queen of excuses. I have an excuse for every reason why I couldn't find the call information. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do that. I don't know how to use this app this way. Like, I am the queen of allowing excuses to be the reasons why. Well, it's not my fault. I didn't know how to do it. And he really kind of got in my, really right now? No, put that down. That's bug spray. I'm sorry. Of course, the 6-year-old picks up bug spray right now. But no, I really had to really check myself. It was like, oh, a little embarrassing. And my coach actually gave me the look like, yeah, because I do. I'll call her like, I can't do this and that. And she's like, come on. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I'm like, and so I needed to get out of my own way. Not that I'm not being encouraged by Ashley and Patrice and my other tribe members, but I just really just needed to, I'm sorry, she's playing with everything right now. I just really needed to take ownership of that and accept it and realize that I can't let that mold what I'm going to do, and I can't let that control everything. Another big takeaway for me was part of that is handling failure. I get so stumped, like, oh my gosh, I didn't get no to me. I have tried to quit like 5 or 6 times coaching within the last, 2 months, because someone told me no. And I'm just reminded by all of you that are on the call, like, there's so many no's. One yes for every 10 no's, and that was something like, it just took a while. And then, I finally got a couple yeses. And then I was like, okay, I needed that little boost. And just hearing that I'm not the only one, and hearing it, somebody who's like, was he a 10 to 14 diamond star or something like that? Hear him say that he was failing at things and he didn't think he could. And then how he changed his mindset and said, I can do this, saying, okay, I failed. Well, what did I do that caused me to fail? Okay, well, how can I change my mindset to where that I can use that negative and make it a positive? And that was transformative to me. It really helped me. Another piece that was really, really important, I'll be quick, sorry about that. That was really important to me was when Jericho spoke, and she was talking about the fact that she had a C-section. And, I'm not the skinniest, but I'm also not the biggest. And I've always looked at everybody else like, I don't think I'm making that big of a transformation. I don't think I'm changing that much. And she really brought it home with, my transformation is mine. How I change is mine. Like, what I'm going to look like is going to be different than Erica, than Jackie, than Tanisha, than Patrice. We're all going to look different, but we're all changing. We're all becoming healthy. We're all doing little things, and everything isn't big and monumental. Everything, it can be small things. And it actually caused me to go live this morning with a live feed, which I'm not that comfortable going live. And I just spoke to that, and I had shared how important that was. And I didn't realize how many, I've got a lot of people that messaged me, but a lot of people that DM me. And I really was coming from a place of, God used me. God allowed me to help someone to change themselves and let them know that they don't have to be like me. They don't have to ride a bike. They don't have to run. They don't have to lift. They don't have to do all these exercises. They don't have to do them perfect. They can do modified. They can just drink more water if that's something that they need to do. They can stop the generational curses that are going on with their family, diabetes, heart disease, just by making these little changes, pushing the plate away. And so I just felt so driven, and I felt led by the Spirit just to share that with people, and to deposit that into someone who may have had doubt and self-doubt in some way, that your little transformation, you think it's small, it's not, it's huge. It is to be celebrated. Every little thing is to be celebrated, even though it's very small. It's big to you, and I'm happy because you've made that change, and you're one step closer to where you want to be by just doing that. So that was it. That's my takeaway.
I love that so much. And I love what you were saying about the transformations being different, like in our health and fitness. But the same thing goes for our businesses, right? It's going to be the same exact thing. People who may have started the exact same day as you might go a little faster than you. might be seemingly more successful than you, seemingly, right? Same thing, might be a little bit slower. Like, it doesn't matter. To your point, everybody's journey is different. That doesn't make it any less special or any less impactful when we learn to embrace it and stop that comparison. And we're women, like, it's easier said than done. But something that helped me, I feel like there was like a season of my life where I was overcome by like comparison. Business, family, everything. Like, people who had this amount of kids, by this, everything. Something that I just felt like really led to do was every time I feel that piece of comparison, or, you know, even let's say specifically someone's business or someone's health and fitness journey, since it's related to this, instead of sitting and being like, oh, I should be there, and feeling almost kind of like jealousy, envious, whatever, reach out to that person and tell them congratulations and good job. So take that thought and turn it into a positive and build somebody else up, right? And then what if somebody does that to you? Because as slow as you think you are, you're ahead of someone else. So someone else might be thinking the same exact thing for you. So if that person turns around and builds you up, imagine if we put our energy towards building each other up and celebrating each other, like you said, and like that's our heartbeat, like shining and just celebrating all the things and, you know, pulling out that good in people, just how much more of a positive atmosphere and mindset if we're encouraging other people to do the exact same thing. So I love that. I already said congratulations for going live. As soon as I saw your name, I didn't even listen to it. I just went right to this and I was like, you went live. Congratulations. I know that's a big deal. And you just went for it. You went for it. And that's what we got to do. So I love that. Thank you for sharing. All right, let's pop it to, how about Tanisha? Isn't that why you're on? You're on because you wanted to drop a little.
Oh, I was sharing. Oh, sorry, y'all.
To be one thing, just something that was like, ooh, that was good.
Okay, so I've been struggling. I shared this with some of the ladies when we were at Super Sunday with Shakeology. And it's funny we talk about comparison because I see all the ladies talking about, oh, Shakeology and all these recipes. It's so good. And I'm over here like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like the taste, the whole nine. So even before we got there, so one of the points that I think Josh Spencer made around remove negative thinking. And this has been one of the things that I have done on my whole health journey is there are foods and things that I haven't liked the taste of or was challenged with changing in my eating because of the taste. And the biggest thing for me is that it's my mindset. I know that if I go in thinking it's yuck, I'm never going to change my taste buds. And I did that sort of when I eliminated sugar. Hated the taste of stevia, hated the taste of monk fruit sweetener, but they're healthy. They have no impact on blood sugar, which was something I needed. Now I love it. So when I have something with sugar, it's more like, oh, you know, it's super sweet. I have a hard time with it. So I needed to apply the same thing with Shakeology. So I am committed to eliminate negative thinking about Shakeology. So I am still sort of on the ground floor trying to figure out all of my life and how to help women on their fitness journey in the Beachbody community. So still working towards figuring out that and taking small steps. But one of the things is that I want to be able to be completely honest. So I'm planning to go and talk about my journey with Shakeology and learning to embrace Shakeology for the health benefits and changing my mindset on the taste. And so Erica gave a really great example around, you know, if you're sick and you have to take medicine, it always doesn't taste great, right? But we do it because the doctor said we have to take this medicine. So, and part of my why is when I'm 80, I want to be able to get off the couch unassisted, right? Like that is my goal. I know I'm fairly young for that, but the thought is one, when I'm older, I want to be able to walk around, move around, dress myself unassisted. And so that helps on this journey. And then the other thing is that I really want to be fit for service. So wherever the Lord calls me to go or do across the globe, I want to feel good in my body when I go do those things. So I'll share really quickly with Shakeology. I've been suffering from migraines for years, but in an ebb and flow. So recently I've been having them almost every day, and I don't know what that's about. I feel like it's a nutritional deficiency. And so last week I got a migraine and I hadn't eaten and I started feeling shaky. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this Shakeology because it was quick. I didn't have to fix anything. I felt nauseous. I didn't want to eat. So I tried the Shakeology pudding, and Kelly will tell you, she laughed at me because I was making all kinds of faces trying to get it down. But what I noticed is my recovery time was super quick. So generally when I get a bad migraine, the effects of that last all day. Within like 2 to 3 hours, I was feeling like myself. And I'm like, okay, maybe I need to give the Shakeology another try. So eliminating negative thinking was a big takeaway for me this week, specifically around Shakeology. And so we'll see.
Yes, girl. And I love the honesty. It's not doing anybody any justice if we are faking it and trying to pretend XYZ. If you don't like to work out, say that you don't like to work out. And then get your workout on and show them that they can not to like to work out too. And you know, that's okay, right? We don't have to love every single part of it, but we grow in it and we continue to do it because we know it's good for us. So I love that, girl. Can't wait to see your 30 days to loving Shakeology challenge. Ooh. All right, so we're gonna have Lexi and Aisha go since they're newer as well, since we don't get to hear from you guys very much. And then we'll hand it over to Alicia. So Lexi Lex, you got your shout out. You weren't on here for Emerald, so happy Emerald.
Hey! Sorry, I just got back from volleyball and I was shoving my face full of food. So sorry if I was ugly eating, but I was hungry. First of all, I had an amazing time at the event on Saturday. I got to meet so many people, and for the record, I really don't think that I look that short on Zoom. I think that I look like a huge person on Zoom, but everybody told me I look taller in person. But anyway, so first, I love all of the recognition because that is really good for people like to get started. Like my mom, for example, today, she had posted her sweaty selfie and everything, and you guys showed her the love, and she felt so special and amazing. Like she is so excited, and she's going to the next event with us in November. And so the recognition is really huge. And so I think that that's awesome that they like recognize everything from the smallest win to like amazing wins and being there to support people and all kinds of stuff. It was awesome. I took a lot of notes, and so one of the things that I really took away, and if I get excited about what I'm talking about, I'm going to talk really fast, so I'm sorry in advance. But so, oh my gosh, I think my most favorite thing that I took from that was, this is a simple business. You like, and I you know have that fear of rejection and everything like that, but I have to like just talk about it, and you know, because I'm really excited about it, I will just run off at the mouth, and people are gonna be like, Lexi, shh, I'm tired of you talking about it. But so as long as you're using the products and then doing the workouts and like showing everybody that the system works and not just talking about the system working, it's so much easier because they're gonna be like, oh, you know, like I'll come back to me in 6 months, you know, after that program's over, when you are, you know, done with it, and I'll see, you know, what your results were. It's like, well, here I am, and here's my result. So what are you going to say now? You're going to join because you said you would after you saw my results. So, and for me, I like to make things complicated. So I just have to remember, use products, invite, talk about it, use it in front of people, get my products delivered at work, because it makes people wonder what's in the big boxes that come to work all the time. And So yeah, I mean, I had an amazing time. I finally got to squeeze everybody, and I'm such a hugger. So, um, but it was amazing. And working out there with Jericho, first of all, my legs are still unhappy with me, but it was amazing. It was so good. So I can't wait till the next one, and I'm gonna be taking people with me, and I think that everybody should be taking people with them, whether it be customers or coaches or support people, because Aisha, I was talking, make sure that she goes on to our Radiant studio and looks at my mom's post, because then she'll say, oh, she can do it, I could do it. I was thinking about her today. Anyway, but yeah, like this tribe, man, I love everybody. You guys are great.
Oh, we love getting to see you. Love, 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 love. Awesome. Thank you for sharing your takeaways. All right, Aisha.
All right. So, I had, like everyone else, a great experience. And I just want to start by saying, as a new coach, I debated whether or not I was going to go to a Super Saturday when I first saw it. And when you guys were talking about it, I didn't realize at the time where the team was going. So I started looking up New York City options. And I was like, I don't want to go to this. I don't want to go by myself. And so I was happy to hear when Erica told me that you guys were going to Pennsylvania. And I'm glad that I made the decision to actually go. And I want to say that if anybody on the call is either a new coach or hasn't been to one, I strongly encourage you to go, because it's amazing, especially if you can get to the one where the team gets to. So that was first. One of my takeaways is that something that we all know, but was really impressed upon me yesterday, is that our team is special. I think it was during the time when a bunch of you, like 5 or 6 of you, were doing the splits, that a woman from another team turned around and said, you guys are awesome. And when she turned around, she had her own little team. When she said that, I like beamed with pride, and I was like, yes, we are, So I heard that from her, and I took my Aunt Judy with me yesterday. That's who Lexi was talking about. And afterwards, she said to me on the ride back to her house, she was saying, if I didn't know better, I would think you guys knew each other from like high school. You all vibe really well. Everybody's really nice. And that just, she was like, what, she's still on the fence, but she's like, when I'm ready, like, I want that vibe. So, yeah, so number one, our team is really special, and I appreciate that so much. 2, I believe it's when Josh Spencer was speaking, he mentioned the fact that we are the CEOs of our own business. And this is something that, Patrice, you've talked about. This is something that we hear about in the trainings that we take as new coaches. But it hit home yesterday, because something I realized is, while I'm used to being a manager at my regular job, my 9-to-5 job, I'm used to following a bureaucratic way of doing things. And while my title may be senior director, I'm actually not making executive decisions. I'm following what I'm being told to do and making sure everybody that reports to me follows those orders as well. And so hearing and really taking in the fact that I'm the CEO of my own business, nobody is telling me, or nobody needs to tell me what to do. Like he said, that yes, we're provided with the tools and the templates, and especially as new coaches, we need that. It's great to help get us started. But now that I'm 4 or 5 weeks in, I'm starting to think, okay, where do I want to take this? What do I really want to do with my business? Something else, piggybacking off of what Kelly said, that Josh talked about, knowing how to handle failure. And something that was helpful to know is that we need to embrace failure. It comes with the territory. And so every time we get those no's, and again, this is something we hear, but hearing that this is something that we have to become more comfortable with, and become comfortable with asking ourselves, okay, So what should I do differently? And speaking to our upline coaches for their opinion. Like Josh said, that when he went to his upline was truthful with him and let him know, well, you're a horrible leader. And so getting that feedback is really helpful on the journey and figuring out, so if this isn't working, what can I do differently? And even if that fails, then fine, go ahead and try something else. Keep trying until something works, and take action immediately. And the last thing that I'll say that I took away, there were a lot more, but the last thing that I'll say is when Josh spoke about having compassion, but not being afraid to be tough. And so as a new coach, this is something that I needed to hear because, for instance, I have a challenger who is struggling with participating in the group, in getting her workouts in just doing what she said she wanted to do to reach her goals. And so the social worker in me has been empathic. I've tried to counsel her. But today I got tough with her and I had to let her know, you're making excuses. So you need to make a decision. If this is what you want, then you can't let anything stop you. You can't let your family stop you. You can't let the fact that you have to go to work from 9 to 8 stop you. You have to make a decision about what you're going to do. Are you going to go to sleep earlier so you can get up earlier and then get the work done? So yeah, those were the takeaways that I wanted to talk about.
Yes, love that. Something Lexi said about the business being simple. I love that too, especially how he was talking about how the compensation plan can get very, what's the word? I don't know if complicated was the word that he used, but it can get very detailed and all of that, but it's not something you need to know as a new coach, right? You kind of take what you need to hear for where you are right then, and then as you grow, you get more, and as you grow, you get more. So it's okay to keep it simple, and especially at the beginning, it's you getting results, you help people get results, and then you help those people get results. That's where duplication comes in. And so I love that he said that. And then Aisha, you just talked about the team and getting together as a team, and y'all know my heart. Y'all know that I want like all of us to drive from all over the country to like this one location together. But you know what would make me even happier and more excited is to see Radiant Tribe in Ephrata, and Radiant Tribe in Washington, and Radiant Tribe in Cali, and Radiant Tribe in Canada, and New York, and everywhere. How cool would that be? So think about just that thought of, you know what? And I mean, if you want to come, I will let you spend the night at my house. We could do that, but you know what I'm saying? So think about how the next time, so in November, and the weekend is November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, like Aisha said, if you've not been to one, you need to get to one, all right? But think about how you can go to one that's local to you, and you can bring a couple people. And your goal is to start growing your own local tribe so that those are your people, right? And then we can continue to represent and put collages together of all different super weekends all over. Like, that is special. And that's that duplication. And that's how we are going to continue to impact, our local community and local people, which has been a big, kind of heartbeat of ours recently. So awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your takeaways. Yes, we have Summit. So we all will be at Summit. We all will be at the Diamond Leadership Retreat in Florida, right? Can I show you the house? You guys want to see the house? I'll show you. I'll post it in the group. So we're going to have Alicia close us out. So just share some things that have been working well for you, and we are excited.
Okay. So the very first thing I have to say is that the biggest difference for me this time around, I believe that God wanted me coaching back when I was coaching before. So number one, it's important to be where God wants you to be. That will make or break the difference in anything that you do in life. But number two, that is right directly after that, is when you're doing where you are, when you are where he wants you to be, doing what he wants you to be doing, you have to be doing it his way. And I didn't do that before. I was leading with pressure and numbers, and I was looking at people like that instead. Like every conversation, literally every conversation I would have, I'd be like, how can I get them to be a success club point? Like, it was so much pressure. And so that is one of the biggest things that I would say, is that don't look at people as people. And when you listen, when you're talking and having these conversations, listen to hear, don't listen to sell. I think that's one of the biggest things that is different for me this time around. Instead of just like waiting till they get done with those initial questions that I have, and then like immediately having an answer for them, I'm pausing, I'm taking a break, and I'm asking questions, real questions. I want to know about their life. What's brought them here? Why are they coming to me in the first place? Or what drew me to them in the first place? So seeing people as people and listening to hear, not trying to sell. And then the other thing is, you can't be afraid, right? You can't be driven by fear. We talked about this on, I think, the call last night, or at some point, I don't know, everything blurs together. But like, God did not give us a spirit of fear. He gave us a spirit of power and love and a sound mind. And so we don't have that fear inside of us. I wear a bracelet every day and it says love is greater than fear. And it's to remind myself that his love inside me is greater than any fear that I can face. So I lead with that. I remember that. I remember why I got started 6 years ago. I shared in our Radiant Wellness page today. You know, we don't take those before stats so that we have these great transformation pictures in 30 days. We have them so that 6 years later, we can still see that difference. And so I just totally lost my train of thought. Oh, remember why you got started, right? So remember why you got started and keep that excitement. Go back to that. And the why you got started in your fitness is going to be different than the why you got started with coaching. So my coaching why is a little bit different than my tribe why. Or my like fitness why. So that's something to keep in mind. And it has to be rooted deeper than your fitness and your nutrition, because we all want people to get healthy and we all want to serve people, but there has to be a deeper rooted why. And for me, there is a financial aspect of it to it, but for me, it's kingdom focused. You know, Matthew 6:33 says, seek his kingdom first and he will provide everything else. He'll take care of everything else. And that has been a game changer for me. And so I'm looking at people as through the lens of Jesus, and like, how can I love them and bring his kingdom into their life? It will make a tremendous difference in your life. So I really can't say that I'm doing anything different. I know I will be the first to admit, I was at Patrice's house in June and she's like, oh my word, you hit the Success Club. And I was like, I did? Like, totally, like, I didn't even know it, but I was just doing stuff. I was having conversations. I have a note here. No one is untouchable. And I shared that the other night too. Like, on the new tribe call or the new coach call on Thursday, I was like, when we were writing down our list of 5, somebody comes to your mind and you immediately discount them and you say, nope, they'll say no, or nope, for this reason. Write that name down, right? No one is untouchable, but you have to ask them. You have to be willing to do it, and do it. Even if you are having those feelings of fear, do it afraid. And so nobody is untouchable anymore to me. I love the products. It's not like I have a product that I'm ashamed of. I'm not ashamed of this. I love the products that we have. So I go leading with that, the love of the product. I talk to everyone about it. I mean, Erin is sharing sunshine juice with our family. But so talk to people, don't be afraid, and love the people well. And remember to take care of the people that you're bringing in. You're not just bringing them in to get plugged in to move on to the next. Care for them, show them that you care in the way that you interact after that selling point, right? Like, so you're building that relationship with them before, you're listening to hear, and then after they come in, don't forget about them. I started doing getting started right calls. One of the biggest game changers for me is I do Zoom calls when they come in now. I'm having the face-to-face. They love it. They're like, I just like seeing you. You know, it's nice to, you hear all these words, you see all these words out and emails going back and forth, but it's nice to actually put a face and a voice. And if you can't do that, pick up the phone. I have a free Zoom account. I'm not paying for things. I'm budget, you know, like, so pick up the phone and talk to them and put a voice to the face that they're hearing. So I would say that those are some of the biggest differences for me. And guys, July happened and that is not me. That was nothing that, honestly, I had the conversations one night. Ashley Thayer led a 4 vital behaviors night, and July happened because of one night, and then follow through, right? Following up with everyone. But we hear it, do the 4 vitals, do the 4 vitals, do the 4 vitals. And it actually works. And I'm like, oh yeah, but is that really all they do? You know, is that really all they do? And it is. You just got to do those things, love the product, be a product, invite, connect, all of that. the last thing I will say real quick, because I know we're late, is another big game changer for me was I had to respect my season. I have 4 kids. We are coming into one of our craziest times of the year in our family. It's busy for my husband at work. We have 2 boys and football. We literally have football 6 days a week. I am working outside of the home. And so this is like not a full-time position, but like it's a lot for us. And we're cyber schooling all of our kids this year, which means instead of shipping them all off and having a day, I now have all 4 of them at home with me and still keeping up with this life. So I am respecting my season. I'm not willing to sacrifice time with them. And we have to do that, because if we start to sacrifice areas of our life, God honors order, and he likes to see order before increase. So get your life in order. Respect the priorities and the people that he's put into your life. Your husband, first your relationship with Jesus Christ, right? We got to make time for him. Got to make time for your husband, and you got to make time for your kids. And then the business truly does have to come after that. I've done it too long where it isn't like that. And I still, when you love what you do, it's hard. Like you want to just do it. So respect your season and go at your pace. I'm not looking to necessarily go at the same pace as Patrice. So don't look at your mama coach and think, oh, I got to get there, got to get there. Let her inspire you and encourage you. But like Patrice was saying, don't let it be a comparison game or cause you to do things outside of the pace that you need to take right now. And then there was going to be something else, but I feel like that might be it. Oh, ask yourself 2 questions, no matter what you're doing in your business. I've been asking this just to people that I've been mentoring in my life, even just with their relationship with Jesus. So what? 2 little words. So what? So what if they say no? So what if they don't decide to join you? So what if you don't hit Emerald by your first rank? I told Patrice, I'm like, I'm going Emerald, latest day here, like, this would be ideal, but latest here, like 3 or 4 weeks later, then I hit Emerald, right? So what? Is it going to make you stop doing? If you're here to coach and you know that God's called you to coaching, it doesn't matter. Keep doing, keep plugging in, do what you're supposed to be doing, because the results are his. You just keep going. There's a place for it. There's a place for the work. Do the work. But if you don't hit all the things that you're going after or think you should in your head, do you quit? If God's called you to coaching and this is where you're supposed to be, he doesn't say, Alicia, coach because of all the results I'm going to bring you or all the results that you're going to see. He says, coach because this is where I have you. Serve me well right where I have you. So what? So what if they say no? So what? Ask yourself those 2 questions. Are your hands really open? It's been a big difference. Open your hands. Let him move stuff in. July was all Jesus. Team Schumann was all Jesus. That was totally him. I mean, we have our places. I'm not discounting the work that we do, but I'm done.
Keep on preaching, preacher. I love that. I won't even recap anything. That's amazing. But I will piggyback off of something that she said, which is actually something Erica brought up, something that was spoken at Super Weekend. And he talked about getting people on the phone and how we love to hide behind our screens and send those comfy little emails and those messages and get all nervous about that. Well, guess what? We have to also remember that we're speaking to people. We're talking to people. If they can hear, didn't you just want to join Alicia? Like if you weren't already a coach, wouldn't you be like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I want to be a part of it. Because you could feel her passion. You could feel her excitement. And that's not a personality thing. So don't think, well, I don't have this specific person. No, again, not comparison. It's about that passion from however you exude your passion and speaking however your voice speaks, right? But people can sense that energy. If you don't seem excited about it, why would they join you? If you don't seem like you like drinking Shakeology and you're trying to pretend that you do, right? But if people respect honesty. So like be authentically where you are, wherever that is, but be excited about it. Say, you know what? I have no idea what I'm doing as a new coach. Lexi said that in a conversation. She was like, I reached out to my sister and I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. All I know is I love this group and I love the workouts. I know nothing about the business, but I know what I see. I know the potential. I know that I'm excited about it. Join me. She joined her. So people don't have to, you don't have to be in the Millionaires Club or something crazy for people to join you. Like, just be where you are and let them feel that excitement right exactly where you are. So my challenge, because of the importance of remembering, and I've seen this in my own business, I told the girls when I checked in one day, I was like, guys, I've been so focused on team stuff, team systems, mentoring, all that, which I love. It's a very important part of the business, but it's not my personal business. So I have to make sure that I'm doing my own things to keep my personal business growing as well. And so one specific day I was like, all right, I'm going to Starbucks and I'm straight up like video messaging as many people as possible. That day I had a coach that signed up as a discount coach who already is helping people. This was a week ago. I had several people who I reached out to, started incredible conversations, and I straight went to people I had already connected with and sent like straight up invites. I was like, hey girl, I know it's been a while, but I remember that last time we talked, this is what we talked about. And so I want to know how that's going. I don't know if you've seen me talking, which they have, because I went to everybody on my stories. So I know you've been watching my stories. I don't know if you've seen me talking about this new program that we're starting on Monday, but you have to join us. Like, talk to them as if they don't have a choice. You have to join us because you talked to me about how inconsistent you are. Not this time. You're going to commit to 100 workouts. I'm going to start day 1 with you. I'm going to be right there to cheer you on. Join our community. We're not going to let you quit. Somebody responded right away. Sign me up. Let's do it. Right. So be bold to do that. But we gotta get more personal. We gotta do the voice messages. We gotta do the video messages. And we gotta do phone calls. So that's gonna be the challenge. Okay. Challenge is today is Monday night. Okay. So whatever fits for your schedule, but Wednesday night is the last night of the month. So by tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I don't know, 12 hours from now, 9 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to have a post up in the morning that's going to talk about this, specifically phone calls. I want to see your list for the amount of people that you are going to reach out to set up a phone call. So we can't control if people say yes or not. We can't control that result. We can control how many people we ask if they have a couple minutes to hop on the phone, go to people you've already talked to before or people that you know in your warm market, okay? And so the goal is to have 3 phone calls by Wednesday morning, okay? To hopefully have someone join you on Wednesday. All right, so the goal is to have 3 phone calls scheduled tomorrow and have them by Wednesday. So hopefully they join you on Wednesday. Does that make sense? Cool, so that's what we're doing. We're all doing it. I'm doing it too. Did anybody's heart start beating a little bit faster? It did. That's okay. And you know what? Zoom's good too. You guys have gotten really confident and comfortable with Zoom. Maybe get them on a Zoom call. And if it's them and a friend that talked about it too, get it on together. Be like, hey, I have a couple people that want to hear about this too. I'm going to get you guys on the phone call together. I did that before where one was interested in coaching, one was interested in being a customer. And they both ended up signing up as coaches because they were both like, oh, okay, let's do it together. And I'm like, I don't even have to do anything. So get people together, have those full conversations. Be afraid. It's all right to fear. Be fear. But what did our devotional say today? Hear the whispers of fear, but move anyway, right? That's what we're going to do. Brave people don't stop hearing the whispers of fear. They hear the whispers, but take action anyway. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah! All right, let's pray and get you guys out of here. Lord, thank you so much for the chance to get together, Lord, and just be able to talk about you and talk about what you're doing in our lives and in our businesses, Lord, and look forward to what you're going to do. We're just so thankful that we can do this. And so I just pray for each and every woman on this call, that you would meet them exactly where they are, that you would give them your peace, that you would give them the confidence that is Godfidence that comes from you. It's not anything that we can do in our own strength, Lord, because we will fail if it's left up to ourselves. We're going to get caught up in our own selfishness and our own desire to be known and liked and, to be recognized and all of those things, Lord. But when we are truly surrendered to you, your recognition is all that matters. You seeing us and knowing us is all that matters. So we lay down our businesses tonight, and we ask that you would just do so much more in us than we could do ourselves. So bless the rest of this night. I pray for a peaceful rest for each and every one of us, Lord, that we can wake up and we can just own our morning, Lord, give you our first, so that you can just do so much throughout our day. Lord, we love you and thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, ladies, quick picture. Do you guys take pictures? I mean, I don't really see you guys take pictures. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Yeah, seriously, this is the stuff people love. They want to see the community. So I can't be the only one sharing about it to my own stories. Those are my people. Share this with your people. Share. I just got off my team call. I'm so hyped. I'm so excited to help people. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Gotta do it. People love that. They're gonna be like, I want to be a part of it. All right. Good night. Bye. One of the reasons I prefer video messages over text. I want them to hear that I'm sincere. Love that.